It's Wednesday morning here in Team Effort Network. Another very exciting day of the week. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Team Effort Lifestyle Call, where we just continue to hear things that moves us from facts to faith to action. We're hearing some amazing stories on the call this week and last week. I tell you, things are just great here, what we're doing and changing people's lives around the world. What a wonderful testimony. And Vicki Soto shared with us yesterday with a beautiful lady named Lynn. I'm still just vibrating from her passion, from her excitement, from her getting her energy and her life back. It just makes you feel good when you know you can give someone something that can make such a huge difference in their life. I mean, that is just a difference. We can get the energy and the passion and the drive to get up each morning and be motivated to do the things that your heart desires to do. Now, that's life, family. We've been given a life of abundance, and we need to learn how to live it and how to enjoy it. Take it back. It's yours. Well, this is your host, Denise McDowell, and we are here today to hear some more great things of what's happening in Team Effort Network. The line is open. Go right ahead. Introduce yourself. Where are you calling in from?
Happy payday, everyone in Team Effort Network.
Happy payday indeed, and congratulations, guys, for those who are doing what they're supposed to do. I know you looked in that back office last night. You had a big old cheesy smile on your face. Congratulations. Who else is with us? Thank you, Robert. How you doing, Robert?
Frida Jackson from my house, Maryland.
All right, hello, Miss Dancing Machine. I know you're dancing this morning. How are you, lady?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Frida. I'm doing great. I tell you, this if it get any better, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
I know that's right.
They have the hope of spray that just called Calm Me Down. A Calm Me Down spray.
Okay.
I don't know if I take it, but at least I know it's there.
Right.
Oh, keep it coming, family. Who's with us? Go right ahead and introduce yourself.
Jesse, out in Pentagon.
Woo, Jesse, what's going on, Simple? You've been out there working, man.
Hey,
out there making it happen.
Yes, ma'am. Outstanding. These are great. Looking forward to the TTT tomorrow.
I know this. I know you're coming with 10 on a mule, right, Jesse?
Yes, ma'am. Exactly.
Sandy going.
Hey, Sandy. How's it going, Sandy?
All is well. I'm in someone's office right now, so I have to keep my voice low.
We understand. We'll be loud for you.
Thank you.
But thanks for calling in, Sandy. What a passion. She's in someone's office, and she's still calling in. That's right. Come on, family. Listen with us this morning. Give us your name.
It's Sue from Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Oh, somebody said New Jersey. Who's calling from New Jersey?
Sue from Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Woo! Well, welcome. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here.
Well, thank you for being here. So good to hear your passion this morning.
Awesome.
Don Joseph, Emeryville, California.
All right, Pastor Joseph. I know y'all born up in California. How are you, sir?
I am doing wonderful. Life is about 10 right now.
That's right, Don. You got that right. And guys, don't forget, Don does a call on Wednesday evening. So if you had some guests that couldn't get on this morning, please join John Joseph and the team on the evening calls. They really do a dynamic job in talking about the company, the product, and giving testimonies. So join John tonight along with Lord Gibson and Rita Hall tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. That's Pacific time, West Coast time. So here on the East Coast, it's 11 o'clock. You guys are still up anyway. So get on there and listen and share your story. Right, John?
That's right. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right, everybody. That's right. Teamwork makes the dream work. Thank you, John. Well, family, who's with us? Go right ahead and introduce yourself.
Follow that cat from Heights, Maryland.
Welcome. All right, Mr. Jackson, how are you, sir?
Doing great. Magnificent day today.
I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Yes, ma'am.
A great day indeed, ma'am.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Passion and the fire just continues to grow and get bigger and bigger here in Team Network. We have to really see, visualize, and understand what we have in our hands. We have the next best thing in the health industry on the market. Nothing bigger, I think, has ever made such an impact, such a difference in people's health. And I don't know how long. I keep saying the last 20 years. I'm pretty sure it's longer when you think about it. I don't know of any other product that has as many testimonies as we have and has gotten as many testimonies as quickly as we have. And the results that we're getting, this is not, we're not talking about people on sprays for 1 or 2 years or 3 or 4 or 5, 6 months. We're talking about people that are taking the sprays and within their first day, many people within their first day, within their first week, they are getting tremendous results. I'm still vibrating from the testimony we had yesterday with Lynn. I'm so happy for Lynn. And so many, Lynn is just such a beautiful example of the results that everyone is getting from taking the vitamin sprays. When she came on the phone, she represented so many. You know, she had been feeling sluggish, you know, and many of you know what that feels like. We just each day, every day, you just don't feel like going another mile. Just don't have the energy, don't have the strength, just can't do it, just tired and weary, worn out. And she had been feeling sluggish for 3 years, just not herself. And just a week after taking the vitamin sprays, she said she had not felt like that in years. She felt so good. She had her energy. She said she got her life back. And as a result of her getting results, you do what you do. When you get results from a product, what is it that you do? You begin to talk about it. You begin to share. People begin to see it. They can see it in your eyes. They can hear it in your voice. They know it's true. They know you're not just trying to sell a product. You're trying to share something that's making a difference. And this is what makes it so beautiful in Team Network. It's not hard to share what we have here. And we find that we're discovering that what we have, people are in search of. People are looking for something to give them energy, a nice, good, healthy supplement, something to give their vitamin D levels. We've learned so much about vitamin D since we've been a part of Team Network. And I asked you, did you know anything about vitamin D before coming into Team Network? Did you? No, we may have heard our doctors say from time to time, well, your vitamin D level is low. But did we really understand the importance of vitamin D? No, we did, not only in our lives, but in the lives of our children and pregnant women and babies and elderly. Vitamin D is a significant vitamin. It's essential to your health. And we've learned this since we've been a part of Team Network. There's so many other ingredients that we need, so many other supplements that we need to live a healthy, optimum life. And we're just so grateful with what we have in our hands. And on Wednesdays, as you all know, we always hear from Shakina James. Really does a beautiful, passionate job in sharing the vitamins and the supplements and how they work along with our body. She's a biologist, so she just brings us some wonderful, amazing information. But Shakina will not be with us today. So Shakina, girl, we are going to miss you. But you know what? We have so many great leaders in the business that we were able to just bring on someone else that's just as passionate about the company, just as passionate about the sprays. He is a great leader. He definitely is a team player. He reaches everyone from the East Coast to the West Coast to Midwest. Everyone in the company knows him because he is where you need him to be, where you want him to be. He is there. He's such a great supporter. He really is a beautiful example of a team player, and it's been a blessing to so many of us. So I am passionate and excited about welcome to the call, our friend, our buddy, our leader, Mr. Executive Paul Jackson. Are you there, sir?
Good morning, Dr. Denise, and good morning to our TENS family. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Paul Jackson. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. Everything is well and swell. Enjoying each day, and it is a magnificent day today. The whole week has been fabulous.
It is a beautiful day. You know, we say and on Wednesday is another beautiful special day for us in 10 because as we begin to go out and share and talk about the sprays, you know, and you know yourself, as you're talking about them, what happens? People want them, but they want to be a private company. And as we begin to talk about it and begin to share our own testimony, our own story, maybe someone else's testimony, people join your team. And Wednesday is just a reminder of how much you're sharing. It's a payday here for the network, but that check is a reminder that you did something to make a difference in someone's life. So I know, just Paul Jackson, you're making a difference in a lot of people's lives. So I know when you looked in your back office and saw that paycheck, I know that big old smile just probably covered the whole computer, didn't it?
Well, Wednesday is always a day to celebrate, and I always acknowledge that Wednesday is special because of the payday. But for me and some of my team members, we look forward to Wednesday because of the venerable Shakina Day and her helpful insights. And there's a collaborative effort here because I always make a point to make sure that we stick around to the conclusion of the call because Dr. Anita Poole comes on with her FYI and her helpful insights and what's going on around the world. So Wednesday is a magnificent day. Really big things happening on Wednesday. But I just want to say to my 10 family that I bid unto you be peace and grace with respectful acknowledgement of the prosperity which is forthcoming as a result of sharing these life-changing business opportunities and health-enhancing products with everyone coming into your view. It's a real privilege and honor to sit in for Shakina today. As I said, I really look forward to Wednesdays because she's so phenomenal with her helpful insights and the emphasis that she puts on the ingredients that make these products so phenomenal. And while I know we are in an anticipatory state of mind because we are waiting for receivership of our Slim by Trim, our Trim product, the drink, we really can't wait to get that product. And for me, it is especially so because I understand how remarkable the composition of the product is, what makes the products up, as far as the tag ingredients, as far as the superfoods that are a part of the formulation, and the impact that's anticipated when it's going to affect so many people, enhancing them and their gastrointestinal area. But even though we are in an anticipatory state of receiving this product, I have to remind my family that we are a spray company, and I am very passionate when it comes to talking about these phenomenal vitamin sprays. So if you would allow me just to go back and put emphasis on how remarkable these sprays are, and hopefully put emphasis on the timing and positioning that we're in coming into the spring as we approach the summer. There are a lot of people that's dealing with sinus conditions, sinus challenges, respiratory challenges. The birds are out there. The trees are blooming. There's pollen in the air. There's going to be some challenges for a lot of people. But the good news is we have a spray for that can impact and provide better comfort, better functionality for people who are challenged in the respiratory area. When you think about people's challenges with all this pollen that's going to be breathed in, we have to be mindful of the fact that vitamin D is very critical. And even though we think we know a lot about vitamin D, what we don't understand is that most people don't understand that vitamin D has such a broad impact, not just as far as vitamins is concerned, but support when it comes to diabetes, asthmatic conditions, lack of energy. Pastor Denise talked about that, fibromyalgia, as the lady attested to yesterday on the call. Her husband had challenges with sugar. And this couple was dynamic in that their skill set was very evident. They had accomplished great things in business before. But even though they had made these accomplishments, they had health challenges that didn't allow them to have a quality life. It was the product that drew them to the company, not the money. The money was a byproduct. When her husband's headaches subsided and his sugar levels were in a normal range, he embraced the product. He influenced his wife's decision who didn't want anything to do with multi-level or network marketing. And he influenced her based on the benefit of the product and how it impacted them. Suffice it to say, they got involved in the business. Vitamin D is so critical, and what most people don't understand, when I do my presentation, I always make the point that just because you're not sick does not mean that you're well. If you understand that there are certain things in the body that are dormant, that aren't that apparent to us initially, they are delayed conditions within the body. Vitamin D can impact that in the sense that it provides for the enhancement of white blood cells, which are critical to immune system enhancement. White blood cells provide for immunity in our body that allows our body to offset a lot of things that challenges us. When you think about B Boost, that product is so remarkable because it not only gives you the energy enhancement, but it also impacts the brain. When you get my age and you become a senior, you go in the refrigerator and you keep it open because you know it's going to come to you while you went in there in the first place. But it doesn't come up on the screen immediately. Now, some people laugh when I tell them that, but all you have to do is stick around long enough, and you're going to have think gaps, and you're going to have memory lapses. B is remarkable in that it really impacts the cognitive, and it also allows for enhancement of poor memory. But what I celebrate is that it addresses depression, and a lot of our seniors are sometimes forgotten. If you go into a senior citizen situation, trust me when I tell you, their mood can fluctuate. Even in the workplace, the mood fluctuates. B is very critical with the B3, the B6, and the B12 and how it enhances the cognitive function. Now, we know that even in America, heart attacks and strokes are very prevalent. And most people don't understand that you have a 1 in 2 chance of having a heart attack or a stroke. 1 in 2. That's 50%. But if you could embrace Slim with its weight loss, appetite suppressant capability, and fat burning capability, if you could lose 10 pounds, you reduce your heart attack stroke risk by 50%. That's big. That's very big. My particular product, and the one that I am so biased about, and I've also helped to influence Pastor Denise, because now I hear her talking about this product as well, that is the Super 10. Super 10 is remarkable. A lot of people don't understand how phenomenal this oral vitamin spray is. It has 10 superfoods in it. And these superfoods have high antioxidant benefit. They really impact the immune system. They have an antibiotic benefit as well as a detoxifying benefit. This detoxifying benefit is great in that it purges the body of a lot of free radicals that impact us. At the top of the list, aloe vera, which is antifungal, antibacterial, antiviral. It also has acai berry from the Amazon jungle, high antioxidant benefit. But I celebrate the ionic minerals that's in this product that really impacts us, along with the 5-HTP, 5-hydroxytryptophan, that really impacts the mood. And what we come to know is that serotonin, which can affect your mood, can be impacted in the daytime. And by spraying this product 1 to 2 hours before you retire for the night, it can allow you to have REM sleep because it produces melatonin that allow you to have a deep, reinvigorating, rejuvenating sleep. It's a remarkable, remarkable product. Last but not least, Cell Energy. This product is phenomenal because it replaces, restores, and rejuvenates dead cells that are in our system and in our body that can provide for what we call uricide aggregation. Uricide aggregation is uricide acid that can really cause issues with inflammation and provide for cancerous environment. This product is remarkable in that it allows for an anti-aging benefit. But what's most remarkable is the glutathione, which is the mother of all antioxidants, provides for rejuvenation, revigoration, and regeneration on a cellular level, enhancing your energy, giving greater stamina, enhancing the immune system, improving joint function, and reducing inflammation. Bad news, when you get to a certain age of 45, you lose as much as 50%. Now, we're going into the spring, and we're being very athletic and very active with the weather change and riding bicycles and being out working in the yard. You're going to be pre-exposed. Cell energy is a way to fortify and enhance you on a cellular level that can provide great benefit across the board. So these products work together. They're synergistic. When I talk to people, my customers especially, I say you might have a weight consciousness to lose weight, but you want to be slim. Be slim. I got that from my sister-in-law, Sheila McDuffie. She said you want to be slim. You want to have B to complement the slim, to enhance the fat burning capability. And these products work together. And when you're dealing with respiratory issues and you're dealing with sinus challenges, you want to have cell energy complemented by Super 10. So you want to group these products together, and you want to formulate a 4-package, a 2-package. You do not want to just move one product by itself. You do people an injustice with that. These products are remarkable. They're even more impacting when you combine them and when you work them together. It is phenomenal. So let's talk about the drinks very quickly. I have to tell you, for me personally, my doctor told me if I could lose 35 pounds, he would readjust my high blood pressure medicine. And if I could conceivably change my regimen and purge myself from the product. Now, that is a real motivator for me. And what I anticipate through this trim drink, because of the formulation of the stabilized rice bran, this product has an additional 100 antioxidants along with vitamin E complex, along with being naturally rich in B vitamins. It's a phenomenal enhancing drink that's fiber-based, and it's going to impact the gastrointestinal area. 70% of our immunity is tied to our gastrointestinal area. What most people don't know, and they'll soon find out, is that constipation will no longer be a concern for some people. This product, anything that's fiber-based, keeps things moving, if you follow me. And anything that's going to purge from your large intestine, that which accumulates and builds up, that can predispose you to colon challenges, this product is going to be life-changing and a game changer for so many people around the world. The complement is that it also has the impact of being able to fortify you, those who might be diabetic, to give them greater benefit with insulin support and blood sugar stabilization. That is going to be so big, so big. I have asked as a precursor to some of my customers and people I've come in contact with, can you let me know and put me in touch with some people who are challenged with diabetes, who are dealing with a diabetic challenge? Can you draw them to me and put me in touch with them and put them in touch with me? I want you to help me bring this information of this life-changing, life-beneficial drink. Going into the summer and the spring, people are so weight conscious. They want to take off the pounds, all that has accumulated during the winter months and before the spring came in. You have to surrender those coats. You got to come out of these jackets. It's going to be light wear, and we are going to be exposed. And when I mean exposed, I mean that literally. You're going to see more of us. You know? And some people, that's not a real good prospect. But this product is going to allow for the benefit of weight loss as well as benefit to blood sugar support. And we are in great anticipation of that. And if the 5 greens, the tag products weren't enough in this formulation, when you think about the superfoods that complement this, it is just so remarkable. And just 2 that I will touch on, the Zychrome, which is a real support for insulin function, and Garcinia cambogia, which we know is a tremendous appetite suppressor, and it controls hunger. But what most people don't understand is it really supports serotonin levels. It keeps you happy, and provides for a greater and satisfying mental state. The raspberry ketones, that is a tremendous fat burner, high antioxidant benefit. But lastly, but not leastly, the superfruit mockberry is also in this ingredient and the formulation of this drink. It is high in ORAC benefit. ORAC is oxygen radical absorption capacity. This is a super antioxidant in foods. And we celebrate the benefit of this, and we're anticipating the remarkable complement of mockberry, which provides for an abundance of vitamin C, vitamin A, calcium, iron, and potassium. This is going to be a game changer. We can't wait to get this product, and we are in anticipation of receiving it because it's going to allow people to have such a magnificent benefit and more functionality to get us through the spring and the summer as we go into the fall. It's going to be less and less of us and more of the trim. Okay, Pastor Denise, I'll send it back to you. You have any questions for me?
You know what? I think you got everybody's appetite all worked up together for that trim by 10 part. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm here licking my lips now when we start talking about that trim by 10 and the ingredients and how it helps with the digestive system and your gut area and the side effects of weight loss and the energy and just cleaning. I'm going to tell you, boy, that you just got us all worked up again. So we just can't wait. We got to have it. Got to have that trim by 10. So we're excited about that. But I also want to say, Paul, you mentioned that earlier, how this time of the year where there is a lot of pollen in the air. And, you get folks that have allergies and they're dealing with that health-wise. They go through that every year. They prepare themselves for this time of the year. And what they're going to do, they go to get Benadryl. They go to their doctors and they get all the prescriptions to deal with this short season of the year. And myself, before the vitamin sprays, this was the season that would trigger the asthma attacks that I would have. And I'm sure if Akia's listening, she's probably going to testify to that also. But this was the time of the year because of the pollen, because of the air quality that would trigger the asthma attack. So normally I would have been in the hospital at least 3 times from March, starting in March. It always starts in March. From March until about May. I would have been in the hospital at least 3 times because of the pollen and the air quality triggering an asthma attack. And I have to say, I cannot say how grateful, how thankful I am that I have not had an asthma attack since I have been on the vitamin sprays. I have not been in the hospital due to my respiratory system because of the vitamin sprays. And of course, our glory to God, don't get me wrong, but He gives us these wonderful natural products to make a difference in our health. And I'm telling you, you can't help but be thankful and grateful that you have found something that keeps you out of the hospital. I'm telling you, my children, my son Chris, you all know Chris. Chris dealt with allergies for years. His eyes would swell up, red. He would get the headaches. His nose would just be constantly itching. His face would break out. Everything. He went through that every year. But now, because of the vitamin sprays, he does not go through that. He does not go through that. My youngest daughter, she started sniffling the other day, coughing a little bit more than normal. Her nose became very congested because of the pollen. what do? I have her taking the cell energy. She's 13. She'll be 13 years old in July. And her nose got very congested. I remember Robert Smith gave that testimony about how the cell energy helps to unplug his nose. And I gave it to her, and it opened it right up. And so I just double up on her. She's taking vitamin sprays. But what happens when she gets challenged, or when you get challenged a little bit more with the symptoms of a cold or allergies, you just double up on the amount you normally take. I just start spraying a little bit more. And it works. And it works. It just works. So just grateful to know that we have a product that really can keep you. It kept me. I have to speak for myself. So it has kept me out of the hospital. And it has helped my children tremendously with some of the things that they're dealing with. So Paul Jackson, thank you so much for being with us today, sharing the products, the benefits of them. I know one of your favorite topics. I know one of your favorite sprays is Super but I know your favorite topic is constipation.
Yes, ma'am. It is. Because if you're not moving, you're storing, and that's not good.
and you have to eliminate, right, Paul? You have to eliminate.
Yes, ma'am. Elimination
but
is
you
key.
know what?
We celebrate that.
But you know, Paul, we laugh about that. But I bet
we
you
do.
There's quite a few folks that haven't had a bowel movement in several days, and that's not good. And it's something people don't like to talk about. They don't want to talk about it. But if you have something that can help with that, then that's when it's good to talk about. So, family, you don't have to be constipated anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
And when you meet someone and you greet them and you say hello, you can also say, "Did you go today? Did you go today? Did I go where?" So the business is to have fun. You're supposed to have fun with this business and make people comfortable, but wake them up to the information. And if I could say one last thing before we go to our quotes, you wouldn't know this. Robert shared this with me this morning. Robert is so phenomenal in moving the products, over 20,000 in retail. His sister-in-law or sister come up from Miami, and she was visiting, and she complained about the inflammation and discomfort in her knee. He didn't just offer her a cell energy. What he did was he took the cell energy out, sprayed it topically on the front of her knee and behind her knee, and rubbed it in. And didn't say any more. An hour, 2 went by. No longer was she complaining about the pain and discomfort in that inflamed area. So these products are remarkable, not only orally, but topically. Just wanted to share that. Mr. Robert Smith. Yeah.
Well, you know, Sammy, let me tell you, today is going to be a beautiful day because this evening starting at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific, which is 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there's going to be a corporate call. Everyone needs to be on the call. But the purpose for the call is our jumpstart call for the month of, what are we in, May? Are we in May?
May. We are in May.
Right. Yeah. Our jumpstart call for the month of May. And there are going to be some amazing testimonies shared tonight. So I would suggest if you have someone that's dealing with anything, this is the call you want them to listen in on, because you want them to hear people talk passionately about what these sprays has done for them. So this call is tonight. Don't family be on that call tonight with Robert Higgins in corporate, 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because this is the call he's been talking about last week, where there's a handful of people that have been selected to passionately, with enthusiasm, share their story about what the vitamin spray has done for them. That's going to be an incredible call. So be there to hear something that can help someone that you can share their stories with. Mr. Jackson, so we got to go out to the UK now to bring on. Who are we bringing on now? You want to bring on who's bringing our quotes for today?
Oh, yeah. Always a pleasure, because she is so phenomenal. I stick around to the conclusion. I appeal to everyone to stick around to the conclusion. Dr. Anita Poole with her helpful insights. Are you there, Dr. Anita Poole?
I am here. Can you hear me okay, Paul and
Yes,
Denise?
ma'am. So good to hear your voice.
Hello, did you go? I like that one, Paul. I like that one. You always bring such a lot of rhythm to the call. I love your one-liners. They're fantastic. Hello, did you go, or do you need our trim?
Did you go? That's right.
Okay, so sorry, Denise, about Monday. I could not, for some reason, I don't know why, but I just could not unmute myself. I was on the call. I could hear everything. I could hear everything on Tuesday, but you couldn't hear me. I think it's just a rare thing that happens because I use a VoIP line from the UK every day on the call. So sorry about that. It was actually a bank holiday here in the UK on Monday, but I still made sure that I was on the call. So sorry about that. I also want to just say congratulations to Team Effort International. Something we haven't mentioned on the calls, but we have had the corporate email. Literally at the weekend and at the end of last week, it was our 11-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Our parent company, that is a phenomenal fact, basically, that you can tell all your guests, all your representatives. Very few companies in network marketing are around for that period of time. So we've got a really, really, really solid parent company because our owners, debt-free, own the whole company. They make the decisions. It's flexible. And, of course, they're committed. They have a network marketing background. That's how they made their money. That's where their heart is, and their heart is in the reps. And their heart also, very important for all of us, is coming up with truly, truly revolutionary, and many people use that word revolutionary, but our owners come up with truly revolutionary products, truly revolutionary divisions, absolutely fantastic pay plan. And of course, it's not just any old product, it's something other people don't have. It's something completely new. It's a new way. It's a complete paradigm shift, basically. It's a new way of doing things. They did that with video. Now they're doing it with health supplements. And, of course, it's all high quality. And that's extremely important. And it is exactly as Paul says, if you're selling something that's for slimming, then you got to try and be slim. If you're selling something high quality, then you've got to try and be high quality. I know we've had Sheila McDuffie mentioned on one of the calls, image is really important. She's an image consultant. I'm an image consultant. She touched on something really, really important there. So, think of the qualities of this brand, and you've got to reflect those qualities, basically. And we have, because that's what sets you apart from everything else. High quality, great delivery system, fantastic testimonials, and it really, really works. So great. It was an absolutely fantastic summary you've just done, Paul, relating it to the kinds of testimonials that we have and relating it to what is happening out there with people and with disorders. We don't claim to treat, cure, or prevent any particular disorder. However, we've got the testimonials of our sprays, and in future it's going to be also our Trim by 10 drink, helping people phenomenally. And these kinds of disorders Paul mentioned, they're very, very, very important. For example, Paul mentioned the elderly, depression. Do you know 1 in 10 people suffer from anxiety and depression? Antidepressants, the use of antidepressants has increased since 1988 by 400%. And when you think that we this week have had a testimonial from Lynn, who was who was depressed for several years, very, very capable lady, however, couldn't get out of that kind of feeling, and yet within just a few days of taking out sprays, she has improved. So, absolutely life-changing testimonials. And I know Paul mentioned weight. Weight is incredibly important, and Paul did a very, very important thing on this call. He related weight, being overweight, to other kinds of disorders. So, you've got something in your hands, the Slim by 10, Absolutely fantastic natural oral spray. And you're going to have in your hands very soon the Trim by 10 fantastic fiber and nutrition and slimming drink. Literally, I heard a statistic recently, by 2030, 2/3 of the population are going to be obese. If the world carries on as it is now, 2/3 are going to be obese. 96% of people shop for their food in supermarkets. People don't read the ingredients properly. They don't always buy the fresh foods properly. They often buy the processed foods. So all, the weight issues, people are very, very confused what contributes to being overweight, and they're very confused about what to have, what not to have, what the interplay is in terms of the contributors to extra weight, and they're very confused about the fact that overweight leads to other problems. So you've got something in your hands that is really, really, really important to share. And the other really important thing Paul mentioned is the way in which the different products, he began to touch on it, actually work synergistically together. And that's really important because for example, Denise and Paul mentioned, we're in the season now where pollen increases, allergies increase. Do you know that one aspect of people's health, actually all our sprays have the potential of helping somebody, because vitamin D3 is very, very important for people with allergies and asthma. Super 10 and Cell Energy have the antioxidants that mop up the toxins. And when you've got allergies and you've got asthma, you've got a lot of toxins, basically. The B is very important because the B helps the blood, and your blood takes away the toxins. It's the transport system, basically. So, plus, you're going to have in your hands the Trim by 10. That contains inulin prebiotics. Prebiotics are the things that are good for good gut flora. They promote good gut flora. And you have to have good gut flora to have a proper functioning immune system. If you don't have good gut flora, your body tends to think that, in fact, it becomes overactive. It thinks that it's got to keep fighting toxins. So if you've got toxins anyway, like in allergies, like in pollen, then it's going to keep overreacting and overreacting and overreacting. That's the vicious cycle of what happens in allergies and asthma. So do you know, even in the Trim by 10 drink, you've got something there that works synergistically with all the other sprays, as well as, obviously, working synergistically with the Slim by 10 spray. So it's absolutely incredible what is happening. Have fun, exactly as, Paul says. He comes up with these one-liners. Use the one-liners. They're great, great fun. Dale Carnegie actually said, people rarely succeed unless they are having fun in what they're doing. So, you heard Vicky on the call yesterday. They're having great, great fun with their TTPs. You've heard Denise Moore on the calls. They're having great fun with their meetings as well. So have lots of fun sharing these fantastic sprays and fantastic income opportunity. Michael Jordan said, you must expect great things of yourself before you can actually do them. So aim high, dream big, expect yourself to perform highly. And perform just means go out and share the sprays and share the Trim by 10 that is coming shortly. So Ella Wheeler Wilcox says, there is no chance, no destiny, no fate that can hinder or control the firm resolve of a determined soul. That's what you've got to be, absolutely determined. No matter what you hear other people are doing, not doing, whatever it is, you've got to be absolutely determined. Because our inspector said there's nothing more important than our good health. That's our principal capital asset. And you've got in your hands something that can potentially help them. Plus, you can add to their capital assets with our income opportunities. So lastly, Brian Tracy said, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, doesn't matter about yesterday, all that matters is where you're going. All that matters is the now and tomorrow. Make it happen. Back to you, Denise and Paul.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Anita Poole from the UK. Thank you so much for those comments and the quote. And Mr. Jackson, thank you once again for being here with us today. And we appreciate everything you share with us. And hopefully everyone will just take heed and do what's necessary to, to better themselves and those that are around them. I want to keep you reminded, family. Don't forget tonight is the May Jumpstart Call with corporate. Join us tonight. That's 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific, and it's 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific. It's 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have as many of your guests on that call, because I think hearing these amazing stories, which is what it's all about, hearing these amazing stories would make Team Up Network a me only, validates our product, and lets them know our products say I work. So be on that call. I can't wait to hear some of the stories that's going to be shared. Don't forget to join the Spanish call that's going to start in about another 25 minutes right here on this call. We'll get a Spanish-speaking guest and have them to listen in at 9:10 Pacific, 12:10 Eastern Standard Time right here on this call following the Team Up and Lifestyle call. And John Joseph will have his call tonight along with Lloyd Gibson or Renetta Hall. John Joseph call is at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific. When I interfere with the Jumpstart call for tonight. So join John and the team tonight. And don't forget also, Vicky Soto is in Atlanta, Georgia, guys. Don't forget now, for those that are in Atlanta, and they said, her and Kevin said yesterday, she's going to be there this week. So if you have, if you can pull together TTP and some guests and some friends together, prospects, I would take advantage of that. Vicky and Kevin will be there to speak to your guests and and get them started. I would really take advantage of that. Vicky's there this week along with Kevin. Take advantage of that. Pull something together. Make it happen before she gets out of town. It's been a great call once again. Thank you all for being here with us today. Join us tonight, 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as we say, get out there, phone, and get out there and tell somebody the great things that you heard today. And be back with us tomorrow morning as we continue to go forward. Full swing ahead, going towards that 50 million in 18 months, family. It's happening. It's happening. You just better make sure you have enough of your people on board so that it's happening with you and your team. It's happening, family. Do not take it lightly. Ride this way we'll go with a large team, because it's going to pay off. Be back with us tomorrow morning, and know that you are loved and you are greatly appreciated. God bless you all, and have a blessed and a prosperous day on purpose.